Likutei Halachot, Simchas Nefilas Apaim Halacha Vav. We're holding in the middle of Seif Dalet. So we said Nefilas Apaim is when we're covering the face of Ha'oras Panim, going to Mekomos Amatunofim. And with this, the neshamas of those who fell to those places are elevated. So that's why before with Nefilas Apaim we had to say Vidoy, Shloshes Midois, and the Kohen Gadol had to put the lottery slates of the two billy goats, one of them to Hashem, one of them to Azazel. Only Hashem can pick who's who and which one goes to the highest dusha, which one goes to the lowest tuma, because ultimately they're all one, because the lowest tuma gets from the highest kedusha. And he says like this, Ki kol habriya hayta de oisios v'diburim, page 420, right here. The entire Bria was through letters and sayings, which are the 10 Ma'amores. It is said, Hashem Shamayim Nasu. It is in the same of Hashem that the heavens were made. Aval Bereshis, however, the first saying, Shu Ma'amar Sosam, which is a concealed Ma'amar, Sham Oisios Adibu Be'elam Niflo. In all the other places, the letters of the Dibur are exposed. But in the Ma'amar Sosam, the letters of the Dibur are totally concealed in a miraculous concealment. Bivchinas Kvad Peh. As we said about Moshe Rabbeinu, that he was of heavy mouth. In other words, there's a speech impediment. That's the thing that typifies Moshe Rabbeinu. You know, they think that a leader has to be a great orator, right? The leader of Am Yisrael, you know, besides obviously David HaMelech as the king, but the leader of Am Yisrael is Kvad Peh. You need somebody else to do the talking for him. The name of Kvad Peh, but the name of Kvad Peh there's a deep mystery behind that. It's Kvad Peh, they said about Moshe. In other words, the sayings are in him. Umigodel ha'alama, and from the greatness of the hiding, mizeh daika yonkim bekomos ametunofim. From the fact that the speech is blurred, this is where the filthy places are sucking from. When the speech is blurred, that enables the burim shel sheker, speech of lie, that incite and seduce and push anybody who falls for it. These are the diburim of the initial serpent. I think that we need the door a little bit open more. Yeah. That was Maisis with diburim. The tastes with diburim Adam v'Chava. That he is the one that talked Adam and Chava into sinning. This is what it says in Tehillim, Te'alam nasif say sheker, may the lips that lying lips may be muted, Adovrim, that those that speaks al tzaddik l'shel olam, those that speak against the tzaddik of the world, atak, derision, Te'alamna bevadai, they will be muted for sure. Ki be'emes en lem shum dibur, really, there is no speech there. The entire achaza is from the concealment of the real dibur. If you remember, the real dibur, as well in the Likutei is only a dibur that has toiv. Any dibur that doesn't have toiv in it is not accepted. It's not called a dibur b'chlal. So all their diburim, which per definition are bad, they're incitement, they are the ones that bring down. So it's b'chal nishkan dibur. B'chal it's not a dibur. It's not considered talking. Their yanika, where they get their source is from when the letters are covered, when the dibur is covered, everything is covered. This is where they can get, because Lamaisa, you notice that when the dibur is concealed, which is kedusha, and when the dibur is dibur amesis, it says a dibur that incites people against the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Kiviyachol, when you look at it superficially, they look like two opposites. One of them is, totally covered, and one of them is glib and fast as Perry Mason. It's like the slickest lawyer. Old days of Perry Mason. Anyhow, so they have no achiza. They have no dibur. So it looks as if the alama and the dibur of apikosis are two separate things. These are two opposites. But the truth of the matter is that they are not. In the apikosis is b'chal nishkan dibur. The fact that words are said, it doesn't make it a saying. It doesn't make it a dibur. It doesn't mean anything. Because as we learned, dibur that doesn't have good is not called a dibur b'chlal. It's not a... B'kedusha, it's also not called a dibur, but that's not because it's not a dibur. That's because the dibur is hidden there.
I guess that's where the saying comes, it's all talk.
Yes. It's all talk means it's not dibur.
Meaning, it's
palaver. It's
paka.
Yeah. It's palaver. It's not actual saying. So the fact that words are being uttered doesn't make it a dibur. So it's not dibur from the bad, because it's a dibur that doesn't have toiv. That's a dibur that doesn't have toiv, it's nishkan dibur. And in the kedusha, you don't see the dibur because the dibur is totally hidden. So in both places, on one sense, they are opposite in the sense that, on one sense, you cannot discern any kind of words. That's in the kedusha. But that's where the true good is. That's the ultimate dibur, but it's hidden. On the other hand, by the bad, by the sitra achra, the dibur is evident. Whoa, it's quite a chatterbox, it's like 1,000 words a minute, but it's totally empty. It's all hot air. There has no good in it, so it's not a kol dibur. It's not kol dibur b'chlal. So that dibur that has no good in it gets its yanika, gets its chayis, gets the possibility to exist from the hastorah of the real dibur. It's totally concealed, that it's totally beyond. So that's what he says, כי באמת אין להם שום דיבור, they have no דיבור, אחיזוסם רק מהלובס הדיבור. The achiza is the דיבור, the kedusha is hidden. בבחינס יוינס אלם. A pigeon is mute. I mean, it makes noises, but it's not, it doesn't tweet like other birds do. It comes out this really annoying noises from the, but it's really, I don't think we did this is a dove. Anyhow, that's why idols are called mute. They have mouth and they don't speak. As it says, but because of the profundity of the concealment of the Mamasasam, which is Ne'elamti Dumya Echsheti Mitov, I've muted, I became silent, and I have kept myself away from Tov. B'vchinas Ne'elamti v'lo eftach pi, I became muted, I will not open my mouth. Misham daikem yonkim u'mamshichim la'atzman diburim shel sheker. This is where, from that phenomena, that the real Tov, the best of the Tov, is totally mute, kiviyachol. All the diburim shel sheker can come from there. All the incitements of the Sitra Achra, all the filthy places. As they said, they said to our speech, Nagbir Sfaseinu, we'll talk horribly, mi Nagbir Sfaseinu itanu, mi adon lano. Let's talk heartily. Who's boss over us? I mean, we're the alpha dog. We're number one. I mean, we can say whatever it is we want. We're the Ayatollah Khamenei. We are Donald Trump. We can say whatever we want. From these bad diburim come all the avenis of where you cannot find the Kodesh Baruch Hu except by searching. It looks, when you look at it on the top, it looks like, okay, so this is this. But when you really look at what Ibn Nosson is saying here, he says something which is tremendously profound. We have this pasuk in Tehillim which says, "Pe lahem v'lo yidaberu, einayim lahem v'lo yiru, yadayim lahem v'lo this, raglayim v'lo yivishun." I mean, yadayim lahem v'lo yivishun. They have hands and they don't feel. They have legs and they don't walk nowhere. And like them will be all those who produce them, all those who make them, and so forth and so on. This is a very peculiar pasuk. You could say, listen, idols are nothing. Period. Why you have to mention mouth, but you don't talk. Eyes, but you don't see. Ears, but you don't hear. Hands, but you don't feel. Legs, but you don't get nowhere. And then it comes on top of it and it says, you know something? I'm really going to give you a curse now. Like anybody you make them is going to be just like that. What is this supposed to tell us? First of all, what does it mean? We're talking about idols. The idols today are computers, drones, cameras, digital cameras, satellites, this television, communication. What it means they don't see. They see everything. They have ears, but they don't hear. What do you mean they don't hear? Anybody can hack into your computer and turn on your microphone and hear everything that's going on in your room. And you have a camera, they can turn on your phone and just listen to every single thing you're saying. So what do you mean they have ears they don't hear? They have legs that don't move. There's airplanes that can go all over the world. What's pshat? But the pshat is that everything depends on emes. If you are in your household, Okay? If someone in his household and he looks at things and he's angry with everybody because everything is somebody else's fault. This is because the wife is like this, and because the kids are like this, and because the government is like this, and because this is like this, and the mayor is b'chlal bum, and you know, each one, he sees. He has eyes. This he takes in. But being that he doesn't take in the emes, he doesn't have the true perspective, he doesn't see anything. He sees what he wants to see. And that will lead him inevitably to failure. When you hear what you want to hear, that means you're not hearing anything. They just released the 911 call of this killer in Florida. And they actually erased, wherever he said ISIS, they erased it. It's like he never said it. This mishigas that if you don't say it, it doesn't exist. If you don't call the baby by the name, you don't mention radical Islam, so the same thing is here. If what you're doing, there's a guy that created a company that is worth $1 billion, you know what, $100 billion, no? There are many companies throughout history are worth a lot of money. Where are they? Somebody was into making movies, no? So, you're big, you're powerful, so what? It's Korish mit nicht. It's like dust in the wind, the whole thing. A single word of emes has an eternal staying power. 1,000,000 words that stem out of false perspective are nothing. A naim, you have eyes. I mean, if it's not seeing, it's not called eyes. It's called a painting of eyes or a sculpture of eyes. An eyes is something that sees. Now there's a naim lamb, they have eyes, they have these cameras, but they don't really see. Because they have the preconceived idea of what it is that they want to see. You have a concept, and as you know, as the famous sentence says, you know, I have my mind made up, don't confuse me with the facts. You have the technical ability to hear, you have ears. But you don't really hear what's going on. You're going places, but you're not going anywhere because it doesn't matter if you're here, you're there. Okay, so you go to a big conference in Australia. You fly 20 hours to get there, and then you're talking about selling pork bellies. Then what's that? So goes mit nicht. That's what David HaMelech says. What you see doesn't give you the information that you really need because you need the truth. What you say is not the truth. What you hear is not the truth. The traveling doesn't get you anywhere. Your hands don't build anything that makes any sense. Automatically, anybody who worships, wow, you know, you got a camera with a gazillion megapixels. It's missing the picture. That's what David HaMelech, it's not cursing and all those. He says it's an inevitable consequence. If all you're seeing is what you want to see, if all you're hearing is what you want to hear, if what you're saying is because you want to lie, you want to spin, you want to deceive people because you want to get your own, you're not seeing, you're not hearing, you're not talking, you're not doing anything, you're not getting anywhere. Automatically, remember, Terech HaFalaf, When you control the ears, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, you control the mind. If you're behaving with those expression modes, b'kedusha, you make the mind into keli of getting kedem, right? Of getting a shefa eloki, a divine bounty. The same thing for kid. If you're using the eyes, the nose, and the this and the that, for sheker, it makes you moich, a moich shel sheker. This is what he's saying over here. The real dibur, the real emes is totally concealed. It's totally concealed. To know the truth, to search the real truth. The Rebbe says to Ekofit Beis, a person should daven his entire life to say one time, one dibur of emes before HaKadosh Baruch Hu. One time. It's kedai. It is so concealed. They're talking. But from the concealment of the emes comes the ability to conceal that all this palaver that they have is having. Because how can they be so blind? How can they be so blind? They don't realize the world is changing. They don't realize half the world is Muslim. And the Muslim says, yeah, but we don't want to push the good ones together with the bad ones. Muslims, sure there are good people there, but Muslims are like grasshoppers. Grasshoppers, when there's something happens, there's mutation, they become locusts. This is a locust,
What's the difference between locust and arbor?
It's the same thing. If something happens to grasshoppers, and they turn into locusts.
Yeah, locusts.
They turn into locusts.
It's the same thing.
It's the same animal. It's some kind of, they go through a certain kind of a change, because of the weather, because of this, whatever it is, and they become locusts. Grasshoppers are beneficial. They eat flies, they eat mosquitoes, they eat this, they're good creatures. When they turn into locusts, it's death. It's flying death. That's what it is. That's what Muslims are. They're locusts. All that needs to happen is bam, they turn in. They're grasshoppers. A little turn, each and every one of them is a potential locust. Bam. Let's go ahead and kill somebody and die in the process of doing that. So of course you have to suspect everybody. It doesn't mean everybody's bad. It's like people are coming from Ebola-infected country. You quarantine everybody, and then you make sure this one is good, this one is not. And with the Muslim, it's worse, because the good ones can become locusts overnight. No, we're not going to look at that. Why? Because it doesn't fit this notion that everybody is like, we're going to take care of the unfortunate. You need racial profiling, you're being racist, you're being this, you're being that. Duh.
Yeah.
So you're not a nice guy, what can I tell you? But otherwise you're dead. I'm asking you being you're dead. Shem Yarach. Well, this is what he's saying from the Astara. This is where all the incitement comes. It says, and the way to find once a person is Astara is by looking. You would say, no, the way to get to the truth is by finding. What does it help to look? You can search for a sunken treasure in the ocean until you're in your 90s. If you don't find, what good was the searching? But over here, when you're talking about the Kedusha, being that the whole existence of the Tumah is from the Astara of Mama Sassam, the The refuah is the search itself. I become kevoidai. That is the thing, that's the refuah, that's the thing that strips the astara. The search itself. Because the search itself already tells you, I know that you're there. I just don't know where you are. I know that you're there, right? I know who you are. I know what you are. Kete Chochma Bina. I know that you're Kodesh Baruch Hu. I know that you are everywhere. And I know that you're Hashem. You're the one who controls everything. You're the one who loves me. You're the one who's going to take care of me. But be where I am a Dastara. I don't feel you. And because I don't feel you, I get to do things. Because the Yetzer Hara is not quiet. I mean, just the fact that I don't know doesn't mean that everything is peachy. It means that he's like driving me mad, that he's putting all these amphetamines in my blood and drives me crazy while all this is going on. So the only thing I have left to do is just Ayeh Mekom Kavoida, where are you? That is the refuah itself. It's a principle that continues in Yiddishkeit again and again and again. That's what the Zohar says about when we're going around, in Sukkot with the Daled Minim. We went through Rosh Hashanah, we went through Yom Kippur. The end is Sukkot, we're going on with the Daled Minim. The Zohar says, Man Notzach. This is why we're going there. It looks like a weapon, the lulav look like a sword, right? It says, what is this winning that we're doing? The Zohar says, Man Notzach, who is the winner? Man de achid mana de krava b'yadei, the one who holds the weapon in his hand. The one that holds a weapon in his hand. The one that hits the hardest, that's the one that wins. No. Only in this world, where championship is important, in the real world, where the emes is important, is keep on fighting, is keep on searching. That's the thing. This is how you win. You search for ayah. It's like this. Since you're searching and you're asking for the glory of Hashem, it is found, as I said, it means, inherently, it means you are moide in the godliness of Hashem and in His Torah, and you know that the Kodesh Baruch Hu runs the world, and He forbade us in His Torah not to do these sins that we keep on doing, like a dog who keeps on re-eating his whatever he threw up. What can I do? He drove me nuts. The devil made me do it. Literally, and my Yetzer Hara made me do it. I'm looking for forgiveness. I'm looking for atonement to come back to Hashem. I still don't know which way I'm going to do it. Which way I'm going to find. How the heck am I going to find this? I keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's like somebody who forgets to clip his toenails, and he notices keep on making holes in his socks. You take off your socks and you see there's a hole in your socks. Again, I didn't clip my toenails.
Blame the wife.
That's a good solution.
He said it.
Sorry, Emily.
That was good. I mean, we all find ourselves doing the same dumb thing over and over and over again. Until the point that we don't know, are we feeling guilty because we keep on doing it? Or we keep on doing it because it's natural for us to feel guilty because we see ourselves as losers. I'm a loser. What does a loser do? He loses. If suddenly I'm going to win, I'm going to start winning, What am I going to do with me? I don't know what to do. What do I do if I'm going to be a winner suddenly? It's not a ridiculous question at all. It's a very, very real quagmire. To get out, this is Melech Asur Barahatim, a king that is a prisoner in the straps of his mind. We are the king. The king is the Ratzon, is the will. That is a prisoner in the strips of our own perception. Who we are, how we see ourselves. Suddenly things start going good. What do I do with this? Suddenly I have responsibilities. Suddenly people are expecting things from me. Suddenly I'm supposed to come up, and hit the grand slam, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs down, bases loaded in 9th inning, and I'm the one who's supposed to, whoa.
Too much to handle.
Yeah, it's too much. Because a person has made a tremendous, I've totally locked myself, painted myself, whether I painted myself, whether my upbringing painted me, whether my parents painted me into the corner, whether my teachers painted, it doesn't matter. But the point is, I don't know which way to go. I have lost my way like a lost sheep, a lost lemala. It goes in the dead, and it doesn't have a clue where to go. You still do not despair. You look, what does it mean, I? I means, where are you? How do I get to you? How do I find you? How do I get to where it is? And this brings you to the highest madrega of them all. Because, thinking positive, Tim Robbins, whatever his name is, that Atzlacha guru, whatever it is, it's baloney. I mean, it's true, think good and it'll be good, yes. But thinking positive doesn't mean that you can change your inner makeup. The way that you do it is you succeed a little bit. You're looking for a Kodesh Baruch Hu. You're looking to become better. You're looking to become a little smarter. A little smarter doesn't mean more intelligent. A little smart means knowing what the truth is and behaving accordingly. That's what knowing the Emes means. And then you succeed a little bit. What happens is you're teaching your system, your notion about who you are and what you are. But it's okay to succeed a little bit. This changes you. This changes your perception. One step at a time. A little good, 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 a little good. Then suddenly you change your inner conviction. You're allowed to be good. Not the end of the world. You're allowed to be responsible. You're allowed to make decisions. You're allowed to take a flack if you made the wrong decisions. It's okay. It has to be done on a gradual basis, but it starts with this quest of Ribono Shel Olam. I know who you are. I know what you are. I know where you are. But I can't see you, and I keep on doing the same things all over again. Please help me. That is the secret. That's for today.